A happy morning to one and all present here. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. And knowledge makes you great. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by the teachers. Confidence and hard work is the best medicine to kill the disease called failure. It will make you a successful person. School of Computer Science proudly presents international level faculty development program. It's our third day online faculty development program entitled on how ML and AI will change the world in the future. Now I'd like to call upon Mrs. R. Pandiyamal ma'am, Assistant Professor from School of Computer Science, to give the welcome address of this session.
Thank you, Ravali. A warm welcome to one and all present here, and also a warm good morning, respected principal, honorable resource person, faculty members, and participants. This is the third day of our online faculty development program. First of all, I would like to welcome our management and our principal, Dr. N. Muthamani Madam, for continuous support and encouraging us to organize this faculty development program. I welcome you, ma'am. Next, I would like to welcome our head of the department, Dr. S. Sasigala Devi ma'am, and my colleagues for consecutive motiveness. Otherwise, it is not possible to conduct the FDP like this. I welcome you, ma'am. With warm greetings, it gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of School of Computer Science conducting faculty development program by our resource person, Mr. Mohan Kobal, Director, Activity Booking, General Manager, Vico Private Limited, Malaysia branch. I welcome you, sir. Mr. Mohan Kobal completed his master degree in business administration at University of Madras in 1996, and he completed his bachelor degree in visual communication at Loyola College in 1992. He has 16 years experience in IT sector. He has over 3 years experience as product manager, over 2 years experience as managing and coordinating project, and 6 years as project analyst and project management. He has more than 5 years experience in framing, validating, testing, and testing the machine learning models for industry, travel industry. He enabled back-end engineers to standardize data structure and perform data sanity check. And he enabled data scientist team and engineers to frame a problem within the business context. He created machine learning for clustering product based on content, customer preference, and review for recommendation of tools and activity based on flight and hotel bookings. He created pricing ML for price sensitive customer and deal handlers based on booking patterns. He has submitted app idea in openido.com for tracking, monitoring, and controlling plant-based diseases through large data gathering using ML and AI. And he submitted app idea for enabling primary education through user-created content and enhancing content through ML. Once again, I welcome you, sir. Now I hand over this session to our resource person, Mr. Mohan Kobal. Thank you.
Well, thank you for a warm welcome, Ms. Pandiyamal, and thank you everyone for attending this. And it's a pleasure to be here with you all to share my experiences in the industry side more than the academic side, and hope this will kind of give you some takeaway that will be valuable for you after the session is done. Yeah, let me share my screen if you're already seeing my screen here. So why I chose this topic is, I mean, most of you are doing research. You people are already into the field, and you already know more of the technicalities. But from the outside world perspective, from the business perspective, there's a lot that you may not be aware of, or there's a lot that you may want to know how the industry is trending towards, and what is a future that holds you with AI and ML and all the advanced technologies that being in the industry. It's a 1-hour session, and meet and greet, since we are all virtually sitting around in different places. Hi from my side, and hope you all are keeping yourself very safe. Let's go through the session right away. Thank you again for an elaborate introduction of me. So I don't want to go through this again, though this gives you a little bit of an idea of what experience that I have and what kind of industries I work with, and how I can contribute to your kind of knowledge that I can share with what I have learned from different industries and projects that I worked. So I'll just skip this quickly. Let's get into one of the conversations I had this morning with my home device. So I was thinking, what shall I do? How shall I start this day? And how shall I give you guys a presentation of where we are, how we are, and how the AI ML is making our life so wonderful. So I just spoke to Google Home. Hey, Google, and Google responded, hi, how can I help you today? And then I said, hey, Google, surprise me. So this was something like you would not expect a machine to be surprising you. And then Google came back with a response. This fact might surprise you. According to Wikipedia, Coco the gorilla understood 2,000 words, and it in English, and also it had 1,000 sound language that it understood. The point here is, not only the machine understood what I was asking him, it understood the surprise element that it wanted to give me. It didn't give me some boring regular news factor. It also kind of said about how an animal understood so many languages. But what was more surprising is this piece of machine that is sitting on my table had more information and could understand and speak to me and surprise me. That was fun. Then I thought, why don't I take it a little further? I asked, hey, Google, will you marry me? I don't know if many of you have tried this. You might have your, Siri on your mobile, or Google on your mobile. So I thought, let me see what it answers. And this was fun. It said, please fall in line. So the fun part was, it had so many answers that it can build and it can tell me, but it answered me under this circumstances, under this situation, it answered me, please fall in line. What does it mean? So it means there's a lot of data already gone into this system. There's already a lot of engineering, data scientists been working on this to curate the answer properly, appropriately, and learn from the previous experience. So that it very, obviously means that people before me have asked Google to, will you marry me? And it has answered, fall in line. So there are many people in the queue ahead of me. And I'm sure this is somebody who have engineered this or written the algorithm must be a girl. Yeah. And going ahead, this is a fun part of what we are seeing here already in our current generation. Soon these devices will start talking to other devices, which is already in the development, like the IoT, which you have tomorrow, another session on that. You will understand what kind of engineering and the data analysis or data scientists are doing to integrate with multiple devices, make it a more robust and more helpful device. Say, if I need to call for an emergency hospital for an ambulance, maybe I just talk to my device. I just say, hey, I'm not feeling good. Can you call an ambulance? And it'll do everything. It'll connect to the, preset contacts. It may also do additional things. It may contact multiple people to see that you're safe. So for an introduction, this was about a small piece of demo of what we have now. Going further, this is what I'll be walking you through. Introduction to ML and AI, ML and AI now, which is currently what we have in the industry, what we are already doing. And then ML and AI in the future, then case study about the travel industry, which I'm predominantly working on, a case study on ML on other industries that I have known of, but I'm not going to go through them into very detail, just a very high level business point of view, what are the challenges and how they are kind of tackled. And then landscape of ML and AI. So landscape of ML and AI is to give you a perspective of how the world is trending, what direction the ML and AI is picking up, what kind of investments, what kind of startups, and where you have scope for your future development, or how you can invest your time and your energy towards what kind of studies so that you can contribute to the ML and AI industries. Then what are there for you in the ML and AI industries? You probably are already doing research, you probably are already working on certain things. This slide may give you an idea of whether you're in the right direction, are you, and what scope you have in the ahead of you, and how you can contribute to the society. It's not just about what we are gathering from the institutes or what we are gathering from our learning books and from other resources. It's about how you're going to contribute back to the society so that this whole industry of artificial intelligence contribute for a better living of a human being. Then we'll talk about key takeaways. That's about 4 or 5 points, and then we'll head on to the QA. This is a chart I picked from one of the site where we know already from a very basic, from a very rudimentary devices where we had limited capacity of hardware, limited capacity of networking, limited storage, data storage capacity. We have grown to a point where now we are into exponentially growing in terms not only of hardware and networking, or it could be data storage. We're also exponentially growing in terms of understanding the whole data, writing algorithms, started studying, understanding, creating a rule. And also countries are investing into legalities side of the artificial intelligence. So this probably would give you a picture of what products were released at different point of time. It's not going to tell you about what engineering development happened or what a new algorithm came through. It's not about that. This is more about what products were released and how they were used, and some of them failed, and how some got fixed, and now we are seeing that it's been in the market for a long time, and it is being successful. So, for example, if you take 2010, between 2001 and 2010, iRobot was launched, autonomous vacuum cleaner was launched. So I remember this when seeing a vacuum cleaner that is running around a small space by automatically cleaning up. It didn't seem to be so interesting. It does its job. There were a lot of questions already. Will it, if I throw a paper down, will it take away the paper, or some valuable that is down, will it take away, and all that stuff. But now this iRobot that started some time back has become so intelligent. This has given rise to lot many ideas and lot many innovations. Something that can start very small gives it opens up a whole floodgate of ideas, and then innovative peoples come through and start working on it. But behind all this, wonderful inventions and wonderful devices that we have at home, there's a whole lot of ML data guys sitting there, scientists, data scientists, engineers, analysts, who are doing the most boring work, but packaging and bundling it to give us a most amazing experience and kind of improving the quality of the life. I'll leave this slide. I'm not going through it detail. You probably understand. I mean, you can go through it later when this is shared. Again, this is about what different components were added into artificial intelligence. Machine learning is one of them. As new devices came into the industry, as new hardware came into the industry, around the hardware, there are new software development that came. Once you start putting it together, there's a new application that is being developed. So you can see there are about 8 different components that you can put together to build something. It's like, imagine you're creating a human. You're God, you're creating a human. You know, piece of eyes you have, hearing you have, some mouth you have. So you're putting together. But there's a lot more. There is sense, there is feeling, there is taste, there is smell. I think as we go, I think we already are in the time where scientists are doing research on smell and taste, and soon you will never know. You will have robots that are smelling your food and then telling what quality it is, or you may have a robot that is cooking food for you, which is already in place. And you never know. We'll have a competition between the robots for, say, the best recipe of cakes that they make. I'm just throwing things around. All right, just to keep you all busy a little bit, this is a question. What is the most hardest activity the computer vision and pattern recognition, which is CVRP for those who don't know? This is a software that runs behind the scene in the system. And if you give a kind of tags, say find or crop people dancing. So you run a video, it'll identify the section of video which has people dancing, and it'll crop and it'll remove it for you. So what I want is on the messaging chat channel, you can just message which is the most difficult challenge that we are still trying to solve. Is it like the software is trying to see there is a video of somebody putting a contact lens in the eyes? Can the software detect or not? Is it easy or difficult? Or removing the hair curls. I think girls will know most of this, what removing a hair curls is. The curlers on the head, and then removing that. So if any part of a video has that section, is the software able to recognize that pattern and remove it, crop it, and save it separately? Or is it people drinking coffee? Or is it playing rock, paper, scissors, or throwing dart? So can I give you 30 seconds so that you can message on the channel? I hope people are answering. I can see somebody answered playing stone, rock, paper, scissors. Wow, I don't have many responses here. It's okay. Another 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Cool. I'll go to the next to show you what exactly the answer is. So this is, this is the stats that between 2019 and 2020, there's a company called Activenet. So they have worked on this software. You can go to the site, and then you can see a lot of different sections have been clipped and cropped from different movies, different series on the TV, and then they have put it based on the keyword that they enter. So drinking coffee is one of the most toughest thing. The software cannot identify people drinking coffee. And the next toughest thing was putting a contact lens. And the third is removing the curls. And the fourth is playing rock, paper, scissors. I mean, So the tough is the top one, which is drinking coffee. The easier ones are playing rock, paper, scissors and throwing dart. So system is able to easily get, if you see from the chart, drinking coffee, 2019 was 1, 2, 3, 4, around 6% recognition. 2020, it just grew to 8%. Meanwhile, high jump, polishing furniture, putting contact lens. You see, putting contact lens, they did not do the research in 2019, but in 2020, when they added that little logic, it's already at 12% that the system is accurately cropping that section. So it's still, drinking coffee is what the ML or the engineering people are not able to crack. Moving to the core of my presentation. Let me know if you are able to see this. What I'm trying to show here is a piece of small robot that has emotion, that has intelligence, that can play, that can make us laugh, happy, we can talk to it, and it is smart. It can recognize your family members. It can recognize your pets. This is a small bit of what a back-end guy should have done, or the engineering guy should have done, to come up with such a beautiful device that makes people so happy. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a video that I demonstrated. These kind of robots, they may look very small, packaged beautifully, but there's a lot of data that has gone into. So going into what currently the industry is working on. I mean, we have, there are so many things that are happening around us. The development in healthcare, especially. So healthcare has gotten into so much advancement that now robots are also involved in the I mean, surgery and anything related to medical. It's also going into pharmaceutical companies to help them enable their product development faster. On the left side is the list of supports that ML and AI can do. On the right side, I just put an image giving you an idea of how robots are being built around. This is about education. Education is not just about sharing knowledge between the, I mean, in the school, but there are so many, so much of education and learning happens even after you are in the school. So it's in many industries, there are training centers, there are new employee onboarding package, which includes training of certain new devices or new way to work on. I put a small, it is not a video, it's just a photo from, cropped from the movie called Sully, if you haven't seen yet. This is about an airplane landing on the river, Hudson, and the pilot saving the whole life of the people. But he's been charged or penalized for not landing on the airport, which is close by, because based on the simulation, the simulators were able to land on the airport. This is an argument that goes on. But the point why I'm showing here is the whole simulator. It's one of the most powerful thing that you can create, and it has a lot of machine learning to kind of drive this whole device. Yeah. So what we see here is the system is able to capture the airplane size, the speed, wind direction, the altitude, the weight of the airplane, the distance, the speed, and so many other factors are factored into it to create an artificial, an experience of a pilot. So this training goes on in every pilot training center. Do you think this machine is just built and it is just a static machine. No. Every time a new data is encountered in the flight, it's being fed into this device, and this device learns and then improves its capability to navigate or give feedback to the people who are working on that on how to control. So this is one just example that I'm giving. There are so many more that you can explore and invest your time and resource into to enable and enhance these kind of services, right? Netflix, there's into entertainment and media. Why Netflix? Because Netflix extensively uses ML. And if you have not already known, if you are already seeing, if you have Netflix and you're seeing how the Netflix identifies the interests that you have, the kind of movies that you watch, the genre of the movies, or if you're watching documentaries or you're watching thriller movies or horror movies, and then it starts recommending those. There's a lot of data that is being collected. There's a lot of personalization that is happening. And these things all go hand in hand with engineers sitting behind to kind of enable and tweak every little wrong data that is going through, and then improve the quality of experience for the people who are watching. So it's not just the media and entertainment into TVs and movies. There are so many other areas like newsfeed personalization. Later, you will have devices. I mean, you'll have applications that you selectively pick what kind of news you want to be in your headlines, and selectively deprioritize some of the headlines that you don't want to watch. So I say if you don't want politics, you prioritize it. You want games or you want science and technology, you prioritize. The headlines will from all over the world pick and just give you exactly what you want to look and read about. So this is quite interesting area where you can invest your time in. The transportation and logistics. I think everybody has seen this booming up in last 5 to 10 years. And that's been the biggest experience that everybody's having. I can kind of using this is a screenshot I've taken where first one is Waze. Waze is where we use very predominantly to navigate wherever we are going. And then it gives you multiple routes, multiple logic, multiple, routes to reach to a place. And then it also understands what is the fastest route, what is the shortest route, what is a route that will save your fuel and your money. In case there is a toll, it will say this route has a toll and it will take you this much time and this much money. Then I can decide how do I want to go. And the other one is you want to, there's an app called Grab where you book you can book your food, you can book your transfer, like you want to pick and drop some place. So again, you can track until they reach your place, and then you sit, and then you can also monitor it across. This was not there some years back. So after you are into your vehicle that you're going, if somebody is picking you up, probably your parents or people sitting at home will never know where you are until you reach home. So this is a kind of safe application to track if your kids are traveling, and you are able to track them back to back until they reach the destination. So these are a lot of development into these areas. I think there are more that will be in soon coming out from the industries. Let's see what happens. And here we go. Smart homes. IoT will be one of the biggest investment in the near future, where everybody will be able to kind of manage whatever electronic devices we have, and if they can kind of communicate, you have everything on your mobile. So while you're reaching home, you can already switch on your air conditions, you can switch on your lights, maybe you can say your coffee machine to prepare coffee and keep. All these things can be done. There's a lot of scope in this area. And currently, all the investments and all the business industries are looking into this kind of business, services. Not only just home, it also extends to industries and offices. Say, for example, in a company where 500,000 guys sit, and you have air condition switched on. You may have sensors that can quickly switch off all the devices that is not used so that you can save electricity. So these kind of advancements are already in place. They are developing. It's about how the industry picks it up, implements it, and serves it to the humanity. Gaming. Gaming is the biggest industry that makes a lot of money. So, and artificial intelligence into gaming is something that is going to kind of challenge people, not at a generic level, but at a very personalized level. Why I'm saying this is, we're already seeing there are games which, as you go to the level 1, level 2, level 3, the complexity does not change with standard globally across. It changes with your capability. So a new hurdle may pop up because you're more smarter than the device. More challenging levels may come up. It'll grow as you start playing, and it'll keep you engaged. It won't make you it won't create a game that will be very difficult for you to play, because if that happens, you will drop, you won't play the game. It will just keep you just at a threshold where you're able to get some points and there's a challenge. And it will automatically be growing bigger and bigger. The application will just extend to as much as space there is. So as much as complexity that you can play around with. So there's a lot more added to this. Gaming industry is taking a leap in this using the ML and AI. Yeah, I put 3 slides together to quickly jump across the scene here. So advertising, e-commerce, banking and finance, all these industries are using in various areas. So for industries, in terms of saving their funds, in terms of saving their or procuring more customers, or optimizing and giving the right product to the right customers. These are very common implementations. So e-commerce is where my work area is, where we have applications to book flights, hotel tours, and activities. And then we are doing a lot of research into this. And we have millions of data. We have every month about, say, 25 million users. This is pre-COVID, I'm telling. 25 million active users on our platform. Click of the button, every navigation through the platform, we have data tracked. And then there's a data team sitting and doing their, breaking their head to do the best, make the best use of the data that we get. Yeah, I think what currently is, I'm just wrapping it up with a quick draw session. If you have not heard of Google's AI experiment site yet, I have the links here. Later, this will be shared. You see, if you have not tried this. So this is an AI engine, which ML engine, which grabs all the data that people have based on its quick draw queries, and people have drawn, and it compiles the whole knowledge of what kind of information, what it is. And then it tags a drawing to a word. So you see, can you hear me?
I see line. Yeah. I see crayon, or eraser, or marker, or paintbrush. Oh, I know, it's pencil.
There you go. It can flashlight.
I see knee, or line, or garden hose, or shoe. I see belt, or clarinet, or screwdriver, or bandage. I see pencil, or sword, or crayon.
No, I couldn't do this. I hope you're seeing my screen, yeah?
Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
Okay. Now this is about a bus.
I see street
I'm going
light,
to draw
or
the
nose,
bus.
or pickup truck. I see school bus, or van. Oh, I know, it's bus.
Bread could be a difficult.
I see bench. I see diving board, or saw, or anvil, or eraser. I see pillow, or marker, or sleeping bag, or underwear. Oh, I know, it's bread.
Wow. Hedgehog. I hope you know hedgehog is like a mouse.
I see line, or garden hose, or horse,
It
or
has
pear.
some.
I see mouse.
Uh,
Oh, I know, it's hedgehog.
there. French fries. Wow, this is. I'm not sure how I'm gonna draw
I
this.
see notebook, or cup, or square, or bucket. I see lantern. Oh, I know, it's French fries.
Ah, got it. Yeah, so you see this? This is experiment from Google. There are a lot more experiments online that you can see, and the way they are implementing. We don't know where this will be used, but there is data gathering. There is a lot of machine learning happening here, and kind of iterating the right data, putting it in the right bucket, and sorting things that are not in the right bucket. So this is the whole data storage you see. These are the questions asked. So say, for example, take book. These are the drawings from different people. The system has captured everything and classified this under book. This is amazing. And it goes on and on. So you draw, it will be added. And if you're able to get it right, it'll cluster this or group this into under this category. So yeah, it's not just about entertainment. It's not about fun. There is so much learning happening around the world. There's so much experiments are happening around the world. Finally, to serve the serve the human better with whatever understanding we have. Moving on to the AI future. How much time I have? Wow. Let me fast track this. So AI is also entering into, say, space exploratory, where you can see we are searching for habitable planets, understanding the concept of black hole or dark matters, or we are mapping galaxies. Behind the scene, or even finding alien life, behind the scene, if we are able to identify say, galaxy at millions of light years distance, how are we identifying it as a galaxy? It's based on a lot of data that we have, based on a lot of pre-captured information, and there is elimination rule, and then there is clustering and all that stuff. So there you go. And science and exploration is moving forward. Music and orchestra. We already know robots are making music, their own music, but it's not about just that. Here we are talking about in future, I will be able to create my own music for my own taste and for my own listening with my, of what I like to listen when I'm in a different mood. And the ML, the engine or the robot, will generate the similar music, extend it, and play it for me. Infinite music listening of your genre. And then this music may be shared and pooled along with different other people's music, and then it'll learn about improving the quality of the music and serve you much better. So future is going to be like, I have my own set of music that nobody else listened to. Yeah, and I created it. Bioinformatics, I think many of you already know that we are already deeply ingrained to develop this understanding of how the protein structure is in 3D model, which will help us understand what happens if this protein structure, standard structure, is deviating from the normal. It may indicate a disease, it may indicate some kind of deformity, and then we can quickly tap that and fix that. Today I saw a video, WhatsApp video shared, where a new application for COVID, what do you call it? Sensing the COVID. So it's just a mobile app where it sensors and it identifies whether you are COVID infected or not. Maybe later I'll share this. I just got it, so I'll share it sometime later. So there's a lot of advancement in the bioinformatics as well. There are notes, you can go through it later. Yeah, puzzle again. What technology will be the most dollar investment in? Which means in the future, in the near future, what is the most invested business would be? And people are, I mean, the government, the consortiums are already, I mean, funding these in this area. So can you just, I mean, maybe in the share, in the chat, you can just share what is your idea of where the future investment is going to be. Is it on small robots? Is it going to be virtual assistants, machine learning platform, a recommendation engine, or speech recognition? Shall I start the timer or shall I go ahead? Okay, I'll just wait for 5 seconds because I think the previous question, very few answered. Here it is. It's machine learning. So if you people are already investing your time, your knowledge, your energy in machine learning, you're in the right direction. This is a little older slide, older chart, which means it's in 2019, 2.85 billion is being invested for the machine learning. So this investment is not just for hardware, it's for the application, new application, research, startup companies, and many more. So pick your, I mean, you people are in the right industry already, and you people are taking the right direction already. See that you maximize your time so that you can capitalize on what is being invested. Yeah. So a small situation which is after a few years, or it could be even now. Some of you people maybe they're sitting artificial intelligence, looking at me and asking, what is that thing seated next to us? And then other artificial intelligence system is saying, I'm not sure, but it appears to be some form of non-artificial unintelligence. Humans are. So just a joke. Right, case study, ML. This is my domain now. I'm not going to go deep, and this is the most boring slide that I have in this session. So what we are doing is, like I said, we have millions of data coming through the application, from mobile app, from the web app, and many other sources. And we study about all, we combine all the data, and then we do analysis. We also have the products that are in our system from different suppliers, more than 400,000 tours booking products that we have. And each product has, say, have about 80 million, I mean, each product has about 5,000, 6,000 words. It is the title, your start date, end date, or it could be a description, what is available to book, what is not available to book, and such things. And then there are a lot of reviews to the product. What we are doing is gathering all this data and grouping the product based on certain keywords that are repeatedly appearing. So like kids, for example, if I take kids as an example, I go through the full data and cluster these products that has kids as a reference. So our understanding is anywhere kids is referred, it is a product that it's kids friendly. A family can take the kid to this experience. But there are so many challenges. There may be a review which says not kid friendly, dangerous for kids. That could be a wrong data that has come in. Now we feed more information to kind of clean the data, remove the noise, remove the wrong products that is within, and then keep improving it. So we use hierarchical clustering, and based on various levels of metadata that we have, like city information, which country this product belongs to, city, then group them. Then again, go through the data and reiterate with next keyword, separate them, and then drill down until we get a pure list of products clustered. Again, there's a risk if we do too much of clustering to multi-level. Deep down, we may even separate those that are closely related. So this took about, say, 6 months for us to develop. The engineers were working. We still are working on it because every time we add a new product, new supplier, we need to again run this whole engine to regroup the products in the right category. Yeah, we could achieve about 60% of quality. There is still a lot of scope for improvement. We need engineers, we need data scientists, we need people who understand linguists, and a lot of requirements are around this. And this is an ongoing and progressive investment that we have. Yeah, this is a screenshot that I've just taken from my application showing you these are the top categories that we grouped, right? City tours, art and culture, private tours, based on what is repeating more often. And then say nature tours, and we classify all those products under nature tour. And then city tours, we have the city tours around. Similarly, private tours, airport transfers. So it's 60% clean. There are some products that are wrongly tagged and we still see those. We are improving this. So this is a part of, this is an exercise that is ongoing and it will continue to go. Recommendation engine is another where we are, helping finding the right customers, the right product, and giving them the right thing to book to maximize the booking. I'm going to skip quickly. This is other industries where e-commerce payment fraud detection. So that if you see globally, there's 9.84 billion loss in between 2011 and in 2020, 32 billion loss because of fraud. It's a big industry where we need to keep ourselves updated. We are always one step behind the fraudsters because they have something creative always doing to break the logic. And we keep adding those rules to kind of close out on all those gaps. Not only ML has helped in positive things, there have been some mix-ups as well. If you have not read this already, Anushka Sharma is Afghan cricketer's Rashid Khan's wife. So it so happened that the ML, the news which does the ML behind the scene, this cricketer kind of commented that he is fan of Anushka Sharma. And that tag repeated so often that ML misunderstood it. And then this is the news that it generated. Okay, quickly, I'll skim through this landscape of growing scenario where you see India is in the light blue, where we are emerging in the artificial intelligence. So there's a lot of scope. We have invested, our schools and colleges are investing in the resource and time to improve this. And the whole globe sees India to be the next big leading investment for artificial intelligence, ML, and all the robotic stuff. This is what you'll be seeing in the future. In the near future, the investment in the area that you people are in, from 350 billion to 3.2 trillion investment in IoT, drones, solar, robotics, and things like that. IoT, you see, is a major leap from 130 billion to 1,500 billion. So, which means it clearly opens up to you all that if you people are in the investing your time and resource in the right direction, there's a lot of scope for you to grow. You probably can with an idea or innovative ideas, can start up some company. And very positive and very lively news is India's women are leading in terms of, the penetration into understanding or learning of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So there you go. India has a lot of potential, and even the population or number of people who are into learning this is huge. So keep that going. Let me skip this. This is about how the growth of investment in India has been until 2019. 2020, I don't have the data, but there will be a lot of investment. Yeah, what is there for you in ML and AI? Like I said, there are a lot of investment happening. So if you people are kind of doing research on certain area, find out how the industry is diverting the fund to. Probably there's a potential pitch for you people to kind of grab that money to start something big. Yeah, this again, the scale on investment. I'll skip this. Yeah, the areas that you people can work in, right? In this industry. So you can be a CIO, CTO, you can be senior leader, which could be non-IT, or a head of data science. These are the demands that it's already showing you in this chart. So pick your direction based on your skills, based on your learning and experience, and try to be in the right place to invest the right energy and resource. Yeah, some funny quotes. So these are AI generated quotes. Seek success, but prepare for vegetables. It's very interesting. Seek success, but be prepared for the worst becomes vegetable. Probably the AI understands, or the ML has understood vegetable as something that is worst. A book can cause a severe pain. I think we should ask the kids who carry the heavy bag, and they know. I think probably the ML understands this again. A clove of garlic a day keeps imaginary friends away. I don't know how many people have imaginary friends. And if you want to keep them away, yeah, here you go. This is the best. Confusion, the solution for all the problems. If you're not able to solve it, confuse everybody. Right. How can you help enriching human lives? Again, this is a stats from the global consortium, where they said this is where people are interested in investing their knowledge, skills, resources in terms of AI and ML. The highest is in good health and well-being. How it is formulated into engineering or devices or an application or service, I don't know. But this is where the whole direction or the world is looking for the support. Health, good health, and well-being. Again, peace, justice, institution, I don't understand that. Quality education, there you go. I mean, ML and AI helping to deliver a quality education. If you have any system that can do this, I think world is going to kind of be very thankful for what you are doing. So, and so on. I mean, let me skip. Key takeaways. AI/ML is the prime period. I mean, we are in the prime period where all our time that we are spending in understanding this is gonna reap surely someday in future. And support from research and development is trending higher. Large funds are allocated. Like I said earlier, we know it is in billions and trillions. Startups are mushrooming in India. About 8 or 9 startups have been funded who are into ML and AI and ML. They are providing some groundbreaking experiences through their applications. Large number of job vacancies will be created. These are some references that I have added in the slides. I'm not going to click them to go through each. Just one thing that interests me is this Kaggle.com. Make a note of this. So this is an online group where a lot of data scientists come into to solve some problem. So they submit a problem. Like the recent challenge was about the Titanic ship sinking, and they have a lot of data, and they're asking you to find who will survive, one person who will survive that Titanic sink. I don't know how the challenge works, but if you have some logic algorithm that you can feed to that data, they have the sample data also. So, and work and give, there is prize around this. So there are so many things that you can look around to get, inspired. And maybe later I'll find if there is anything, I can share it to you guys later. Yeah, QA session. Did I finish on time? Yeah. Over to you, ma'am. Hello.
Very nice presentation, sir.
Thank you so much.
Can you mention any of the tools for working out with the machine learning as a tutorial?
Okay, I'll look into it. I mean, there are many tools available, but most predominantly one that what we are using, I will let you know after the sessions.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I don't closely work with the tech guys. I'll have to ask them and find out what tools they are using. All right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anything else? Anybody? Any other question? If not, I just have something called extra time.
Yeah.
It's just 2-3 slides. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Extra time. So this is about crop maintenance. I think the world is focusing again on good health, not only for human being, it's about the whole world. So which includes the trees, plants, and crops that we have. So this about 4 or 5 years back, Plantix, a German-based company, created this app where it has a huge data storage of all the plants, most of the plants, and their diseases and their diagnostic methods. You take a photo of this, any plant that you have query about, you have question about, and submit it. The system will map and it will tell you what plant it is. And if that, say the leaf or the flower or the fruit has some disease, it will also identify what disease it is. And also it will recommend what diagnostic medicine or diagnostic thing that you need to do. Why this interests me is about before this application came up, I submitted my idea in OpenIDEO. And also there was one more innovation run that Mozilla was running. So this was my very crude, this is just one screenshot that I'm putting it here. This is my scribble, where on the top left is your farmer who's taking a photo using mobile device and then submitting, seeing there is some issue with this crop. And then there is a data storage and there is a diagnostic center which analyzes, but there is also a machine learning. Every time there is a new data captured, it is classified, grouped, and then suggestions are being tagged around it. So, and this is being shared with everybody else, and across the globe we can monitor. Going back to this slide, this idea was totally, implemented by these people. I was just amazed by the way that they have implemented. It's only on Android that we have, it's not on iOS. You can probably download this and check how it works. These kind of solutions are what people are looking for. And they are very deeply, this application is used in India, Africa, and some European countries. And this has been a most successful application for agriculture people. Also, just for people who are interested to know more about, say, what is happening in this artificial intelligence field, there is a webinar on 27th July, which is next month. And you can register free. This is run in Singapore. There are some big guys who are into this for a long time are talking about it. It could be something interesting for you people. That's about it. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
Kindly send the link for this webinar, sir.
The webinar. Link for the slides?
Yeah, webinar. That 27th July webinar.
I'll do that. Actually, okay, I'll do that. Sure.
Yeah. Send it in the chat box, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to. Where did I save this? See, go. AIX go. You are seeing my screen? I sent the, did I send the link? Okay. Yes, ma'am, over to you. Is the session over or do we have some more time for
Sir, it is excellent and very informative, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Raghavi, you can proceed now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to call upon Mrs. C.V. Vanupriya ma'am, Assistant Professor from School of Computer Science, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you for your wonderful session, sir. Good and happy afternoon to one and all present here. It seems to be a great honor to prepare vote of thanks for this wonderful FDP entitled Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. First of all, I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. N. Muthumani Madam, for her support and guidance. Thank you, Madam. I would like to extend my deep sense of gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Mr. Mohan Gopal, General Manager and Director, Activities Booking Vego Private Limited in Malaysia, for making an excellent presentation and making this FDP a very meaningful and interesting one. This session is an eye-opening one to all the participants, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Sasikala Devi ma'am, head of the department, and our department faculty for organizing and making this FDP a grand success. Thank you, HOD ma'am, and our department professors. Last but not least, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants from various colleges. Thank you all.